Introducing G4, the next level of network television.
I'm game!
G4 is the only network dedicated to the world of interactive entertainment.
Let's bring out the heavy artillery.
With 13 original series and ongoing specials covering every facet of games.
Hey, what's up? I'm Ronnie Lewis, and this is Sweat, the sports gaming show that no jockstrap can handle. Take a peek.
I was literally standing around, and he walked up to me and was like, "You want to be in a video game?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, but it's got to be really cool."
This is the Super Bowl of video game tournaments, and it's called the Madden Bowl.
I want a lot of trash talking. I don't want anybody trying to be too quiet and focused.
It's the best game out there. It's the most realistic as far as, you know, the shots and the dunks and everything like that.
We all dream of being NBA players. It's our chance to be NBA players today.
Now it's time to show the world just how crazy some of you gaming fans really are.
You look up hardcore gamer in the dictionary, you're gonna see a picture of me. I am the hardest chorus.
Sweat, the show that walks, talks, and stalks sports.
What's up with that? You've played the games. Now it's time to see the people, hear the stories,
These games are being recognized in a new way.
and meet the icons.
Video games have been out there since about 1972.
Nolan Bushnell is the guy that made the video game business. I wanted to go.
When Pac-Man came out, it caused everybody to fall in love with video games.
Iwatani-san is a very interesting fellow. He wanted to make a game that would appeal to women. He wanted to make a game that would be non-violent. He wanted to make a game using the word tabaru, which was to eat.
I think what has to define Oddworld is creativity.
It was very clear that we were both really passionate about what we did.
The Oddworld stuff, it's not your cliche science fiction type stuff. They look like monsters, but they're not monsters.
Hey, I'm Matt. And I'm Randy. Welcome to Game On, the show that goes on the road to gaming destinations around the world. We aren't the best gamers, so along the way we recruit people to compete for us. Elvises, old ladies, models. We compete with them or coach them to victory.
Come on, let's go, knock them off!
We're going to go head-to-head right now with a game that we like to call Model Gamer.
So we're taking these hardcore gamers and we're matching them up with the models. They're going to make up Team Gallant and Team Kagan. At the end of the show, the host that loses suffers the consequences. Usually something really embarrassing like,
Oh my god, it's Steven Tyler!
Yikes. But enough about that.
All right, here we go. We're about to start the big race. What's our strategy for today?
Cut corners.
Strategy, establish dominance, maintain dominance.
Represent, baby.
And if it's not a gaming destination, we make it one.
What are you going to do to try to win this competition? Everything. So which ghost is the toughest one out there?
I think Twinkie has the most strategy.
G4, let the games begin.
Bill Sindelar, and this is Blister, the show that covers the intense world of action gaming. Take a look. The games that we cover are the ones that matter. They're about speed, skill, and really loud music. Sega shooter game Rez for the Dreamcast and the PlayStation 2 manages to mimic the action of their past shooter games like Space Harrier and Panzer Dragoon, but in Rez, it's synced to incredible electronic music. Each target you hit releases another element of the music soundtrack.
It's like the best music video, but you get to play it.
Rez, friend to the ravers and technoids alike, it's available on PS2 and Dreamcast. Resident Evil breathes new life into the game industry by making humans brain candy for $100. We're here to give you the details on the film, the game series, the storyline, and beyond.
It's crazy. We're all such huge fans of the game.
I like Resident Evil the most out of all of them because it was like a film.
It's time for Grand Theft Auto 3. Grand Theft Auto 3 is a racing game, an adventure game, an action game, a role-playing game. Better buckle on.
From the first two games in the series to Grand Theft Auto 3, the game went through a huge overhaul. The amount of work they did was phenomenal, and probably some of the best production I've ever seen in a game.
Blister, previews, interviews, and non-stop action. It's here to shut you up and strap you in.
G4, let the games begin.
G4. It's more than a network. It's a destination for anyone and everyone whose game.
Get into the game like never before.
If you're watching this, you're watching G4 TV, and if you're not, then you're asleep and no one knows.
Get the lowdown on the latest hype from the only network dedicated to video games. G4 invades your television with the hottest adrenaline-pumping, bone-cracking action you won't find anywhere else 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with 13 original series for gamers by gamers.
Hi, I'm Bill Sindelar, and welcome to Blister.
G4 goes behind the scenes.
Playing music, video games, and scratching, it's the same type of energy, just releasing your soul because you're just having fun.
To bring you the insider information that no gamer should be without.
He walked up to me and was like, "You want to be in a video game?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it's got to be really cool."
With up-to-the-minute news and reviews.
You've got a game, we've got a way to crack it.
This is one of the best platform games ever made. I'd rather eat rocks. Play this game.
You'll never miss another trick.
Oh, Lord.
From the beach to the video arcade.
So we're taking these hardcore gamers and we're matching them up with the model.
What would you say is your strategy?
Throttle them until they cry.
To the depths of cyberspace.
In real life, it hurts when a girl slaps you in the face. But in virtual life, there's another hot elf waiting just down the road.
G4 doesn't just take you to the game.
Let the games begin! Tonight we'll see if our current champions can hold their own against the challengers.
They put you in the game.
Head over to the website. You can recommend what games we play, who we talk to on the show.
Each week, we bring it to life.
We all dream of being NBA players. It's our chance to be NBA players today.
Your vote counts. Unreal.
And that's not all.
Yo, what's up? This is Coolio with The Flow. Keep your eye out, little punk. Next episode of Players.
You'll go behind closed doors.
I'm actually in the Madden 2002.
You're in it?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
To find out who's playing what.
We play this game 5 hours a day.
Well, you can never have enough gore.
And who's just being played.
This is Tony Hawk.
Rock. What's up, y'all? We are the Executioners.
This is Pink.
You think you're a true player?
We're players. I'm a player. Yeah. For life.
Then get into the game.
Sindelar, and welcome to Blister, the show about raw game power. The games that we cover are the ones that matter. They're about speed, skill, and really loud music, like being at a Britney Spears concert, only not as obnoxious. Today we're going to spin some of the best music games on the planet Earth. Take a mind trip with the psychedelic Rez, rap with our #1 dog Parappa, and play guitar with Guitaru Man. But first, let's make a little computer music with the PS2 game Frequency, where you can remix and play along with tracks from hit bands and artists like No Doubt, Fear Factory, and Paul Oakenfold. Hey, let's take it. It's not a club in some warehouse. It's Frequency.
Frequency is a revolutionary rhythm music game that will convert gamers into musicians and probably a lot of musicians into gamers.
Playing music video games and scratching is kind of like the same type of energy, sort of, because you're kind of like, when I scratch, it's kind of like it's free and you're totally like having fun. And same thing with video games. You're just releasing your soul through just having fun.
Certainly the art in the game lends itself to an electronica feel, but we tried to broaden the market a little bit and make sure that everyone experiences the kind of music they like to listen to.
Before you play, you need to set up your experience. Select the mode, configuration, controls, design your character, choose a setting, and pick a musical act.
When we license music for a typical game, right, it's pretty much like the producers will decide what song we want, right, from an artist. We'll call up the label and the publisher, and we'll try and negotiate terms to get that on the game.
Hold on, we're going in. The premise of Frequency is simple, but no way easy. Each side of this octagonal tube is a track of a song. In order to hear each track, you first have to rotate it into the bottom position. Then, you must unlock it by successfully matching the beats on your controller. The positions of the beat marks on the track tells you what button and trigger combo you need to match it. Once you successfully unlock the track, you can rotate the tunnel and start on to the next one. You have to be quick though, because each song is broken up into sections, and when you hit a new section, you start all over again.
With Frequency, we actually need the multi-track elements of the song. We need all those tracks isolated out before it was all bounced down to 2 stereo tracks. When we first started calling around to the artists and their management, I mean, their curiosity was definitely piqued, but it wasn't until they either saw the video of it and read the document, or ideally actually saw the game, that they really started to get excited about it.
As you can see, there's a wide spectrum of music and Frequency. This is No Doubt. But there is also the Crystal Method, DJ Qbert, BT, Fear Factory, Low Fidelity All-Stars, Meat Beat Manifesto, Orbital, Jungle Brothers, Powerman 5000, Breeze Pop, Ethan Eves, Curve, Juno Reactor, and Symbian Project.
I want to play it as a gamer, but being in a band and writing music for so many years, you're kind of in between, really. You know what I mean? Because this is the first game I've ever played where you're not only following the music, but you're playing it at the same time. So it's kind of a new feeling right now, you know. I'm still kind of tripping on it.
The best part about Frequency is you can actually remix every track in the game, then save your remixes and play them back in game mode. Now, remix mode only takes a few minutes to master, and best part of all, you and 3 of your friends can remix the same song at the same time. Man, who needs a band when you can game? Next up, we're going to explore a virtual world of music with a blow-it-up button. Sega's Rez manages to do the impossible and put a trigger finger to the world of beat games. You're looking at Rez, another great-looking game from Sega. Rez was developed by Tetsuya Mizuguchi and the United Game Artists team, who were also responsible for Space Channel 5 and the upcoming Space Channel 5 2. The premise of this musical shooter game is simple. Revive Eve, the character you see in the middle of the screen, from a coma by destroying targets and barriers as you hurl through wireframe graphic environments. Each target you hit releases another element of the music soundtrack. The faster and more accurate you are, the better it sounds. Mizuguchi used the word synesthesia to describe his game. Now, we're not ones for fancy book learning, but we understand that this is a combination of the word synchronized and aesthesia or aesthetic.
I think it's more significant as a music game than as a shooter. What drives you to get through it is that it's so beautiful and it sounds so cool when you get everything working at the same time.
Let's take a look at the levels of the game. Here's level 1. The music is simple and the gameplay is deceptively easy at first. You don't even have to steer. All you do is hold down the X button and aim. Once you release the X button, all of the targets that fell into your sight are blown away automatically and the music is released. And when you look at those scores, I'm totally kicking ass at this game. Here's level 2. More shiny things to shoot at, more intense music to listen to. Speaking of the music, all of the music in Rez is original, composed especially for the game by Keiichi Sugiyama, Myst, Ken Ishii, Jojuka, Cold Cut and Tim Brand, Ebbs, and Oval, among others. For those of you keeping score, these groups encompass 2 German, 1 British, and 5 Japanese artists. One of the first steps in creating Rez was to give each of the musical artists a basic theme for each of the levels in the game. After they came up with the first pass at the music, musicians, sound designers, and graphic artists all worked together to create the final levels of the game. Level 3. Now you really have to pay attention. In all of the levels of the game, you not only have to shoot, but avoid being struck at by any number of musical elements. Get hit too many times, and you devolve into this disco ball. Now you can still shoot, but you totally lose any Rez street cred that you might have. Now if you completely rock at Rez, you actually evolve into this disco ball ship, or even this black orb. Level 4. More visual and audio stimulation as you blast away. By the way, each of the levels were designed after ancient civilizations. Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, China. Hey, wasn't it the Sphinx?
Gorgeous, groundbreaking. I went over to my friend's house just to watch him play it. I'm like, okay, I'll just sit here for 4 hours and watch this go by, you know? It's like the best music video, but you get to play it.
And lest you think we've forgotten about our Rez boss battles, take a look at these. Boss Battle 1. Who knew that those disco balls were so angry? You have to rapid fire at each one of the panels on this ball and this loop to move on to the next level. Boss Battle 2. Fire at those yellow targets to destroy walls before they crush you. Boss Battle 3. Fire at the core of this reactor, then stand back. Boss Battle 4. Your basic giant robot. Once again, fire at the panels to try to bring him down. Once you get to level 5, what else can we say? It's a musical nightmare come to life. And as a bonus, you get a story. You get the point. And if all of this weren't enough, lucky Japanese fans of Rez get an added bonus, the Trance Vibrator. 3 times stronger than the normal DualShock controller, it's a device that plugs into your USB port for extra large vibrating fun. Alas, you can only buy them in Japan.
I think anybody who's interested in electronic music would dig it. Anybody who's looking for something kind of new and cutting edge, you know, as far as gaming.
Rez, friend to the ravers and technoids alike, it's available on PS2 and Dreamcast.
Who said game designers don't have a great taste in music? Now make sure to unlock the secret 5th level to hear an awesome track, Fear, by DJ Adam Freeland. All this and a rapping puppy right after the break here on Blister. Get out of here. Hurry back.